Hey everyone, welcome back to KDX Bricks Analytics. I am Kevin, and this is where we talk everything Lego investing and reselling. And this morning we had two pretty good GWPs drop on lego.com. And so I just want to run through some different buying options to get to the $120 threshold for both sets. On the right, here we are at lego.com, and the first GWP is this Halloween pumpkin, and this is actually a pretty good looking set. This is the one that is at the higher $120 threshold, 254 pieces and available until October 14th. And then the second GWP is the Bright Bomber Brickheadz from Fortnite, only a $90 threshold. Again, you spend $120, you get both, and this one is only available until October 3rd, so you got to be quick for this one. A closer look at the pumpkin with the little ghost side build. Overall, pretty simple, but I have to give Lego credit in the faces. I know the ghost face is very simple, but the expression in the pumpkin face is pretty good here. I know we've all joked how Lego struggles building faces out of bricks more often than not, but I think they actually hit this one out of the park. Front of the box, and as we can see, a huge selling point, this light brick. That is great. I hope it really lights up like this picture is showing. If it does, well done. I know that's a little thing, but I think it goes a long ways. And then here's the back of the box showing a little bit of interchangeability. There are actually two faceplates in the build. This one's a little happier, a little more gentle for the little ones out there. And then with the ghost, there's also a second expression simply by rotating this modified tile 180 degrees. So in this image, it looks like the ghost is smiling a little bit. Here's an action shot. A pretty small pumpkin, obviously doesn't take up a lot of air volume, but I think it fits in as a nice Halloween decoration. Overall, obviously this GWP isn't much, but I think it'll actually do okay. Probably about $25 because people really like to do their holiday decorating. And for Halloween, we like the unique kind of different decorations. So a jack-o'-lantern with a ghost in Lego form, to me, just fits right into fun and creative Halloween decorations. And now to the Fortnite Brickhead, and I don't know anything about Fortnite, but my kids just started playing a little bit of it recently. They just kind of got to that old enough age that it was acceptable for them to play it. From the total layman perspective, I do think it's a pretty good build. I like the color contrast and the bright purples and pinks and magentas. The magenta hair looks good. The lavender, I'm assuming these are goggles of some sort, look pretty good. The front of the box is very bright, and oh, the back of the build is pretty decent too with the hair. I'm glad to see it's not just flattened off. And then here's its action shot. It definitely has some presence. I know the first wave of Fortnite sets just released today, but what's cool about this GWP is you don't have to buy just Fortnite to get this one. You can buy $90 of any theme and get this GWP. In terms of secondary market performance, I have no idea. I'm gonna guess $15. Maybe it blows up, but without any prior Fortnite comparables to go off of, I know Fortnite is super popular. I think it's still increasing, but maybe it's close to its crest, so maybe it starts to die out a little bit. It's just hard to say. I know Fortnite is a much better and more popular game than Angry Birds, but the Angry Birds theme came and went without much fanfare, and now a bunch of years later, a few of them are up in value a little bit. I think this does better, but being the only Brickheadz in the Fortnite theme so far, it could be a one and done. Now we gotta pick sets that retail up to $120 to get both of those GWPs. On the left of your screen, as usual, I've got my enthusiasm score and mentions table. So I'll use this as a reference point for some of the sets that I might want to pick. The set with the most mentions from the data that I collected July 1st to August 31st is the Speed Champions Lamborghini Countach. You guys already know this. I am not picking any of these up to get GWPs because this set is already on sale 20 or 25% more often than not. And we're all thinking that it's very likely it goes to 40 or 50% off like a few of the Speed Champions did right at the end of last year. If the GWPs can be sold off for $40 with a $120 buy-in, then we're looking at a 30 or so percent savings. Throw in another 5% with the insider points. After taxes and everything, call it a 30 to 35% equivalent sale price. So that's why I'm definitely not going for a set like this to get to the $120 threshold. But the second set on the table is the Frodo and Gollum Lord of the Rings Brickheadz. This GWP promo is definitely a perfect time to pick up some Brickheadz because they are rarely on sale. So this is one of the few ways that you're able to reduce your adjusted buy-in price per set. So we'll come back to Brickheadz in a few minutes. Commander Cody helmet, it's a pass. These were on sale for under $40 at Target not too long ago. A-frame cabin, maybe. Let's go look at that set real quick. We gotta go to the ideas theme. Good looking set, but at $180, it's $60 over the threshold. The higher you go over the threshold, the more you're watering down the value of your GWPs. Goal is to hit that threshold right on the nose. I've seen A-frame cabin on some minor discounts here and there. Not too many, but I'm not not going to pick it up in this scenario, thinking that we will get a decent shot at a discount right before retirement. Also note, this is a hard to find set. And if I click on the Rakuten, it says up to 2.5% cash back. But if you click on cashback categories, notice it's only 1.5% on exclusives and hard to find items. Don't get tripped up by that, especially when they jump the Rakuten cashback up to 10%. Usually the exclusives and hard to find sets are only 2.5%. So you take a big hit on some of these sets when Rakuten gives those really good promos. If you're new to Rakuten, definitely use somebody's referral link to sign up. You'll get a bonus. Sometimes it's $30, sometimes it's an extra 10%, up to $500 in the first week or two. It varies. And the person's referral link that you use will also get a bonus. You guys have heard me say it before, I have my referral link in the description of this video, but definitely go out, pick your favorite Lego YouTuber. There's a lot of great channels out there. Most of them work really hard on their videos, and so they'll definitely appreciate. I know the community as a whole appreciates this. Boba Fett mech, and for that matter, all three of the Star Wars sets are a definite no for this GWP scenario. They're $16 RRP, and I think they're going to be under 10 sometime later this year. Another Speed Champions to pass on, more Brickheadz that we'll come back to. Princess Leia Bouche helmet, I don't have any of these yet. I think it is a fantastic set, and I definitely want to pick a bunch up for my own investment strategy. It's been on a standard, 15-20% discount here and there, but it's a Target exclusive. I am waiting and hoping that they do the same with this set as they did with last year's Dark Trooper helmet and put it, I think it was 40% off. Aragorn and Arwen, that one I'm really interested in, so we want to come back to that. Sanctum Sanctorum 76218. I love this set for my own investment strategy. It's the only kind of modular that's retiring at the end of this year because none of the Creator Expert modular buildings are retiring at the end of this year, and this one does connect in with those. And it comes with a bunch of minifigures. It's Marvel themed. I think this one has potential for a very long runway. I do realize it's $250. So now we're over double what the GWP threshold is, and that certainly hurts, but this set has pretty much never been on sale that I've seen. So this might be one of our few opportunities to reduce the adjusted buy-in price. And notice that it's on back order right now. So let's just show this in action. I'll click one into my inbox, that's email, one into my cart. Got one in my cart now. So let's go over to the cart and show Bright Bomber and the Halloween Pumpkin. Scrolling further down the table, let's see what other sets I would want to point out. More Brickheadz, more mechs, more Speed Champions, Mos Eisley Cantina. It's a top set in history, in my opinion. Lego has verified to us that it is retiring at the end of this year with this retiring soon tag, $400. So now we're talking triple the GWP threshold. So we're really diluting the value of the GWPs at this point. So for that reason, I would not be picking this one up this time. I didn't pick any up when we had better Star Wars GWPs during the May the 4th promo. I'm hoping that this one does hit a random 30 or 40% off for a few days in December, kind of like the UCS gunship did last year. Temple of Golden Idol. This one has some real potential with the great minifigures and all of the action features. Full recommended retail is $150. It is definitely a discount set. I would need it for $100 or even a fair amount less. So these GWPs don't get us there. And more importantly, the new baseline recommended retail price at Target is already down to $127. So no advantage picking this one up at lego.com today. Similar story with the NASA Space Shuttle Discovery. This one's a $200 set, so still a good bit over the GWP threshold. And also my hunch is just that there's going to be some zombie stock with this one. I have no idea if that's true or not. There's been tons of zombie stock with last year's NASA lunar lander. Lego knows how popular their NASA sets are, and I think they just crank these out the assembly lines. And also my hunch is that we will get a few random 35 or 40% discounts after stacking other sales and promos. I'm not sure which retailer that would come from, but my hunch is we're going to get a couple of opportunities to do well on this one. I would have the exact same comments on the El Dorado Castle, so I'm not going to pick that one up in this promo period. And then let's see if there's anything else. Oh, Ninjago City Gardens. One of my favorite all-time sets for personal collection. I have mine. I have not opened it up yet. I'm really enjoying the anticipation of opening it someday, and I don't want that to go away. So it's just sitting right over there where I can see it and know that one day I'm going to open this up and build it. Another one that Lego has confirmed is retiring at the end of this year, $350. Now for this set, I could consider picking it up here and offsetting some of the costs with the GWPs because it's 5,686 pieces, which is a fantastic value, fantastic price to part ratio. And I can't remember the last time I've seen this set on any kind of sale anywhere. So this might be one of the last opportunities to knock down the $350 buy-in price. Next up on the table is the Office, this Ideas Walmart exclusive. And this is a set that I 100% want to highlight in this Lego.com promo period. It's the main scene and characters from one of the most popular TV shows in history. I've chronicled at length how awesome it is that we have minifigures in in this set, but notice it is $119.99. The GWP threshold is $120. So if we add one to my cart, there we go. Notice that even though we're a penny short, you still get both GWPs. Also notice this set is currently on back order. I've not seen it for more than 5% off, like one random time at a local Walmart. I think this is the set that is getting most of the buzz right now in the Facebook groups and Discord and Reddit for maximizing investment strategies and taking advantage of both GWPs. All right, that's everything I want to look at on the table. There are other examples and ways to get to $120, but I think most everything else that is retiring at the end of this year can be found for a pretty good discount. Just got to be patient as we get closer to Black Friday, and then of course all the clear out deals at the end of the year, so they have space for all the sets that are releasing on the 1st of January. Let's go to my cart and clear out this office set, and I'm going to show you one more combination that if I were to be picking up sets during this GWP, what I would want to do. So let's go to shop, and we're going to shop by theme, and as promised, I'm going to go to Brickheadz, and there are a number that are retiring at the end of this year that I like. All the Lord of the Rings are great. I also like, where are they? The Sonic Brickheadz. This Star Wars 2-pack is just okay for me. I do like the Sonic 2-pack. That one's great. We've talked about the multi-packs in the past. I'm not going to pick any up in this situation. Gandalf the Grey and Balrog is awesome. And let's go to page 2. Frodo and Gollum, Aragorn and Arwen, Tails, and then the Tusken Raider is the Star Wars one that I am most excited about that's retiring at the end of this year. The one that I want to pick is Aragorn and Arwen, and the reason is I have not been able to find this set in stock in my local Lego store for a long time. It's been on back order on lego.com for a while. I've seen other people post messages that they haven't been able to find it in their local Lego stores. Every time I go in, I see Frodo and Gollum, Legolas and Gimli, Gandalf the Grey and Balrog, and then they don't even have a spot or a tag for this set anymore. Obviously, that's making me consider there could be pretty low supply of this one on the secondary market. And so I want to pick 5 of these up because that is the limit. So we're going to go to 5, like I said, on back order. That brings us to close to $100. So we've got the Bright Bomber in my cart. Back to the first page here. Let's pick another 2-pack so that we get to the $120. So I'm going to do a Legolas and Gimli because it has the shortest shelf life. So now let's go view my bag and notice that still only one of the 2 GWPs is populating. And the reason for that is I am at $119.94. My understanding is that if you are 1 penny short, they round it up and cover you. But after putting 6 $19.99 Brickheadz 2-packs in my cart, I am now 5 pennies short, which is kind of annoying. So now we got to go figure out how are we going to get over that threshold. Let's go to sets by price. We're going to go to under $25, sort by lowest to highest. There's going to be all kinds of random stuff in here. Keychains, pick a brick, minifigure series. And I found what I was looking for. I'm just going to pick one random Dungeons and Dragons MCF. And now, as you can see, I've got both of the GWPs in my bag. Now I'm up to $125. And I think for $125, this is a pretty good buy. And remember, another 5% back from the insider points. So yes, what's my game plan? What purchases am I going to make this go around? And full disclosure, I am not going to pick up any of the office sets. I'm going to make one Brickheadz purchase and that'll be it. But if I want to do multiples, I'd definitely be doing 5 more of the office set. I think that's the best way to get this GWP deal. But I'm going to hold out because I feel like there's a chance that this set does see a decent discount from Walmart at some time. They've really been holding out, but I think it's coming at some point. The other reason I'm not going deep this time is because these GWPs really are a wild card. I do want to make one purchase because I actually like this pumpkin set. I want one for our own Halloween decorations. So this one I'll be keeping. And since my kids love Fortnite, then they'll get to build the Brickheadz set. So I'm not picking up either of these for investing. Plus, I wouldn't want to pick up only one of each SKU for investing. That's just a pain to do all the work to send it into Amazon or post it on eBay for only one. I definitely go wide a little bit on my investing strategy, but I just make sure that I go tall enough that I'm not dealing with a bunch of onesie twosie SKUs because again, that's a real pain. So like I said, I'm going to make one Aragorn and Arwen Battle Pack Brickheadz purchase, throwing in the Legolas and Gimli, but I've already hit my Lord of the Rings Brickheadz limits on my lego.com account. So actually my mom and dad are going to be future owners of those Brickheadz sets. They don't know it yet, but I know they want to pick them up and I'm really hoping they want to store them for me until no, I'm kidding. I'll get them out of their house right away, but I'm sure they'll get some for me. Now, before we wrap up, there's one more GWP coming on October 3rd for insiders. By the way, anybody can be an insider. It's free. It's really quick and easy to sign up. So if it's something you really want, don't wait until the 6th when the sale barge becomes available to everybody because the GWP we're about to talk about will probably be be out of stock. That's my guess. To get this GWP, you need to spend $500 on this UCS Jabba sail barge. If you do that, then you will get this new version of Luke's lightsaber, which actually is kind of cool. I like that it's got some color and some texture to it. The box art is the 18 plus theme, which I think certainly helps it out. Good sturdy box. Quick look at the back of the box. Yeah, that looks good. That's a good action shot right there. And then here's another angle of it. I actually don't like this photo at all. That's a funky photo with how blurry it is and the focus there in the middle. It's one of the least interesting parts of the whole set. So the big question is it worth spending $500 on this sail barge to get that lightsaber? Obviously, it is extremely overpriced. Everybody has been very vocal about that. Not nearly enough minifigures. Multiple key characters are left out. Yes, it definitely is an accurate representation of the source material, but it's kind of ugly. It's cool, but it's ugly. And so something this size, this expensive, all brown, how much demand really will there be for many people to be picking this up at $500 to display it? I'm skeptical. There's the box art, some pretty decent interior detail. It reminds me a lot of the Cantina, but not nearly as good. So much unused and wasted space in there. That's a weird shot. Some interior details. Again, when Lego does interior details and they go all out, it's fantastic. Princess Leia, nice hairpiece, good printing. There's all the minifigures, good old Jabba, back of the box, and then the lifestyle photos that don't do much for me on this set. I do like that picture. That looks well done. But yeah, pretty ugly display piece. So to gauge if the value is there when also picking up the lightsaber GWP, let's look at the couple previous lightsabers. This is Yoda's that came out in 2020 as a promotional. Brickheadz says it's a $100 set. And then here's the first version of Luke's lightsaber that was in 2021. And Brickheadz says $125 on eBay. Let me close that window there. On eBay, Yoda's is $225 with shipping included, $220, $240. These are all new. So that's pretty good. After shipping and fees, we're looking at about $170, which is a fair amount higher than the $97 on Brickheadz. And then Luke's lightsaber is $150 shipped. See what else we got. $150 shipped. Few from different countries, $186 shipped. It's about $105 after shipping and fees, and compared to Brickheadz, $125. So in the ballpark. So what I think this one will go for out of the gate, it'll be strong. But then I think it settles down to around 100. But am I going to be picking up the sail barge day one? Absolutely not. I'm at about 300 for this sail barge. I know that is asking way too much, but that's what it looks like to me. And to wrap up, I owe you guys an apology. In the end of my last video, I said, hey, look, Kohl's is doing Kohl's Cash, but I'm not getting into all that. It's a pain. It's not worth my time. Wow, I was wrong. Because up until yesterday, for a few days, Kohl's was doing $10 Kohl's Cash on 50 bucks. That's basically 20% equivalent. $10 off of $50 spent on most Lego sets. That's another almost 20% equivalent. And they had a bunch of sets 20% off. And Card Cash, it wasn't Card Cash. I need to look that up real quick. Card Depot was doing 11% on gift cards and 2% on Rakuten. That added up real quick. I'm thankful that I was paying attention to the Ignite group and Discord and everything, because people started chattering about all the Kohl's promos, and I definitely picked up a bunch of sets, put in a bunch of orders. So I'm going to start watching Kohl's more closely going forward, and I will absolutely let you guys know when I see things. I wasn't able to get to it this time. Super busy weekend, and I was, spending a lot of time figuring out how to do the Kohl's thing. I had to sign up as a member, and that reminds me, they do their 5% member rewards that each month turns into Kohl's Cash, and they were also doing 3x awards. So it was 20% savings Kohl's Cash, 20% savings, $10 back on 50 bucks, 11% savings with Card Depot, 2% savings with Rakuten, and then 15% savings with membership rewards. So yeah, that was fun, putting in a couple of Kohl's orders in between kid activities and family time and all that kind of thing. So I got a few in over the weekend, and I'm excited to get them all delivered. All right, so that's a wrap, everyone. Thanks a lot for watching. Happy shopping out there. Let me know if you get some good deals, and I will catch you in the next one.